telling all your friends. The party never ends. Knockem Jam. Knockem Jam. Comedy show. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem Jam. Knockem Jam. Comedy show.
Hi, everybody. It is Thursday. It is July 9th. July 9th, ladies and gentlemen, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Breaking stuff. Hang on.
You got it? Okay. Thanks.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live on ghostradio.com. That's our website. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, an app called Boxcast. On your smart TVs, on your Apple TVs, on your Rokus, on your Fire Sticks, and all that smart stuff, you download an app called Boxcast, and that's where you can find us if you'd like to watch us on your TV. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We on TV! As our good friend Dr. Ken Pichelle says, as our family Don Sill says, we on TV. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Tim Saliani's watching. Felix is watching. Andrew Cohen is watching. My mother's watching. Captain Jack is watching. Good morning, all you fellow knockers. Forgive me if I miss anybody's name. Do you need help over there?
No, I'm right.
It doesn't look like you're all right over there.
I'm righty-tidying, loosey-leftying.
Looks like you're doing more loosey-lefting.
Yeah.
Loosey-lefting? Lefty-loosing. You can't screw and I can't speak.
So many jokes.
All right. Well, as Sally's screwing. Speaking of screwing, we're going to get right into this. Well, should I? All right. I'll wait.
Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
All right. Should I? You don't want me to do announcements first?
Sure.
Okay. Teespring, ladies and gentlemen, get your Govs Radio swag on teespring.com. You can get lovely mugs like these.
Lovely.
With Govs Radio on it and your favorite radio show on the back. You can get T-shirts, you can get mugs, you can get hats, underwear, all sorts of cool stuff. And guess what's finally on teespring.com?
Oh, I know.
Do you?
I do.
Can you do it while doing that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No rhyme, no reason?
No rhyme, no reason swag. It's finally made it onto teespring.com. Finally, get your no rhyme, no reason stuff.
Did you double check that first?
Well, if it's not there, it'll be there in the next couple of days. We're not sure. The stuff has finally been entered into the Teespring database.
I probably would have checked it out first. Want me to check it out first?
Check it out first.
Yeah.
Joe Staz is watching. Derek Munisboy, happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Good morning, Nancy. Hope everybody's doing well today. Well, if you don't see it there today, keep checking because it's going to be there any second. Your no rhyme, no reason swag. And don't forget, if you take a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag and you send it to us, you just might get yourself a free pass to one of the 3 great Governors Comedy Clubs. That's right. And speaking of Governors Comedy Clubs, we have some announcements there. Governors Comedy Club is opening. And you might be saying to yourself, well, they're open. They're open already. They're doing the wonderful shows out on the patio.
No rhyme, no reason is on.
Nice. But I'm not talking about Govs at the patio. I mean, we're talking about that too. There's a great show there this weekend. That's a permanent structure there. It's a permanent part of all things Govs. But I'm also talking about the inside. I'm talking about the main club, damn it. I'm talking about the brokerage in Belmore too.
Language.
They're opening this weekend. Woohoo! That's right. But let me tell you that all of us here at Governors Comedy Clubs, that's Governors in Levittown, the brokerage in Belmore, and McGuire's in Bohemia, want Long Island to know that we will be ready to open as soon as we are lawfully allowed to do so, which is this weekend. We have undertaken great measures to assure our customers, staff, and comedic talent that we have gone to great lengths to ensure your safe return to the Long Island comedy scene. The management at Governors take comedy seriously. Take comedy seriously and take the well-being of all who work, entertain, and come to be entertained just as seriously. We have not only followed the CDC and New York State guidelines for restaurants, but will go above and beyond those measures. Over the next few days and weeks, we will be posting the measures we have implemented to ensure your safety, which they've already started posting some examples of what they're going to be doing. We have installed protective safety glass partitioning around our bars, podiums, and stages. We have ordered HEPA filters, such as they have in doctors' offices, and ultraviolet light machines, such as they have in dental offices. In fact, that's what I was referring to. If you go to Governor's Facebook page, you can see the ultraviolet light machines. They have a photo of it. The HEPA filters will be on during our shows, and the ultraviolet scrubbing lamps will be used every night after our customers and staff leave the buildings, thus ensuring that we are cleaning our clubs while you're enjoying the show and after everyone is left. In other words, we will be constantly cleaning our air quality and surfaces before, during, and after each show. Our staff will be trained in cleaning and hygiene procedures. All our staff members will be wearing masks, face shields, and gloves, which, if you've been to the patio, you've seen that already. We will be checking temperatures of each staff member and patron upon entry. Hand sanitizing stations will be positioned at our entrance and exits, as well as by our bars, in our kitchens, and bathrooms. Our menus, plates, glasses, and utensils will all be paper or plastic disposable items. Even our condiments, such as ketchup, milk, salt, and pepper, will be in packets or individual sealed one-time use containers. Social distancing rules, including less tables and spacing of our customers entering and leaving our clubs, will be strictly adhered to. Long Island has faced many challenges in the past, and for the last 30 years, Governor's Comedy Clubs have been there as a respite and refuge for our fellow Islanders. We remain committed to being there for you this time as well. We wish you all the best of health, and we look forward to welcoming you back for much-needed laughs and entertainment. Thank you, Long Island, for your continued loyalty and support. We are looking forward to making Long Island laugh again, which, starting tomorrow night, the one and only Joey Cola playing Governors in Levittown, the main stage.
Nice.
Right here, Governors in Levittown, the legendary Governors in Levittown, which is where we're coming from as well. Not only that, as soon as I find it, I'll tell you. Carrie Carabas playing the Brokerage in Belmore tomorrow night. On Saturday night, Tom Briscoe will be playing the Brokerage. And what do Joey Cola, Carrie Carabas, and Tom Briscoe all have in common, other than being great stand-up comedians? They've all been on this show. Which makes them even greater.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So
We're
don't
the
miss
reason.
Joey Cola. He's doing Friday and Saturday here at Governors in Levittown. Carrie Carabas Friday at the Brokerage, and Tom Briscoe Saturday at the Brokerage. I don't have any word yet on McGuire's. I don't know if they're opening. I don't know what's happening with them yet. If you should get yourself on Governor's mailing list, because I do know that they sent out codes, and if you type in those codes, you might get free admission, or you might get some, half off or something. You never know. But they did email on their email blasts. They sent out codes for this weekend. So get yourself on Gov's mailing list, govs.com. I'm sorry, what?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Govs.com to get all your tickets, see their schedule for all their shows, again, including the patio. Playing the patio this weekend. Kevin Downey Jr. and Jessica Colazzo are playing the patio on Friday.
Cool.
And Paul Verzi is playing the patio on Saturday.
Good.
What's the matter?
No, nothing. I'm just reading.
Oh.
Erin Milos is on.
Well, yeah, she's on her new husband. Mm-hmm. Erin Milos, you say?
Yeah, isn't she married to Mark Milos now?
Look at you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The big news, Erin Milos and our pal Mark White tying the knot on Tuesday, was it?
I think they actually did it on his birthday.
Which was
Whatever,
when?
July
Tuesday?
7th is his birthday.
So that would be Tuesday.
Okay.
Congratulations to our friends Mark and Erin. Looked like they had a really nice wedding.
I didn't even know today was the 9th. You're going to make fun of me for not knowing 2 days ago was...
Right. Let me explain something to you. Miss, hello, Greg DiFilippo.
Hey, Greg.
Let me explain something to you. See, in this world called comedy...
Oh, wow, the phone's ringing. Too
I'm
bad.
getting back to it. Don't you worry.
Can't get to your rant right now. Sorry.
Don't you worry.
Well, yeah, sorry.
We owe you an apology, don't we?
No, you don't owe nobody an apology.
Well, I'm going to say I'm sorry anyway.
No, it's all good. Listen,
Yes.
It's okay. We're gonna go on this week, and then we're gonna take 3 weeks off. I'm gonna give Sallie a break. She don't need to be dealing with me.
Why did I think that you were going to be on next week also? I have to read it again and again.
Because I did tell you that. But I can't do it no more. I'm too busy, man. They got me.
Well, that's
They got
good.
me out from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. every night.
It's good news you're busy. Congratulations.
But who's they? It's your business.
I have a law firm that gives me business.
Oh.
I take people in packages. I take their employees in packages.
You're a drug dealer.
I'm a drug... No. Come on now. What are you doing?
Okay, so you're not... Are you on tonight?
Yes.
Okay,
He's
so you're on
then
tonight,
he's off the rest
but
of the month.
then you're off for the rest of... You come
July.
back when? August when?
6th?
6.
Okay, got
Yes.
it. Cool.
All right. Can I take 2 minutes of your time and I'll get off? I'll entertain you guys a little bit.
Sure.
Stevie GB's coming on tonight. I don't know. I've never met him. I heard he's a nice man. He's coming on. He's a comedian.
That's great.
Yeah, Stevie GB and I go back over 20 years. He's been a stalemate. He's been a constant presence in the Long Island comedy scene, and I think you'll have a great time with him.
Awesome. So that's number one. Number two is, have you received anything from me, Mr. Walker? Is there anything waiting for me?
I have not. I haven't seen anybody here to find out. So I haven't forgotten. I just haven't seen anybody to look into that.
Okay.
And that's the same thing I told the person who sent something for you. I told him the same thing. I am keeping my eyes out, but as you know, we only have access to just a small percentage of the building. So where the offices are, we don't have access.
Where mail comes, we don't have access to that.
Yeah, but I have.
Well, you know what? It's about time we get our own GhostRadio.com mail slot. All right, we need a mail slot.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't want more things to do. I really don't give me more
for
work.
the mail that comes in twice a year for us. We should have our own mail slot.
I don't want any more keys.
I picked up a new. We picked up a new advertiser on Limo Talk. I just want to let you know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, I'll be debuting my first commercial for 2 Eagles Auto Body tonight. In New Hyde Park.
Oh,
yes.
Are you?
Yes.
All right. All right. Then I won't do it then because I have it too, but I won't do it.
We're gonna vote. No, we're gonna do it joints. We're all gonna do it. That's
see. It goes back to the drug dealing. We're all going to do a joint. He said.
Yes. 2 Eagles Auto Body. Soar with the Eagles. That's our new logo.
Soar with the Eagles.
I like that one. All right, so what do you guys? What's on the agenda for today?
Well,
is Jeff Posey going to call in as a taxi driver from Manhattan?
Well, actually, you know what? Since I got you on the phone here, there is something that I did see that I'll discuss with you and I'm going to apologize to Sallie because I forgot to tell her about this.
I hate that.
I know, but that's why I'm apologizing.
I cheated on you, Sallie. I hate that.
But this involves our beloved Mets.
Okay.
Did you hear what they're doing since there's not going to be anybody in the stands? Did you hear what they're going to do?
I think it's awesome. I did not hear I know that they're supposedly giving it to the season ticket holders as part of their package at no cost.
Yes.
But I also heard that you can get your own self on a life-size cardboard or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know how much they charge you. How much are they charging?
That I don't know. I read a few different articles, and none of them seem to have that information. What we're talking about here is the Mets and a few other teams as well. The San Francisco Giants, Oakland A's, Kansas City Royals, and Milwaukee Brewers. If you order season tickets, you will get a cardboard cutout of yourself in the stands.
That's cool. I like that.
And some of these teams, if a foul ball or home run hits your cardboard cutout, they will mail you that ball, but for an additional charge, of course.
Yeah, but that's cool.
You think it's cool?
Go to Mets.com, 718-507-TIXX.
Soar with the Mets.
So listen, I think it's a great idea. Don't you think I
really like
it. Even if you get 2 tickets for a 10-game plan next year, and to be able to get involved in something that you're really not going to. No, there's not going to be any fans. I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to happen. I think the NFL said yesterday that they will allow. I think a couple of teams said they're going to have about 15,000 fans. So that's about a fifth of what they can hold.
Right.
So I don't think
people involved. We're like dying to be a part of it. It's nice. I like it.
Well, they were saying the other night that if you stood outside Yankee Stadium, and if I sit out in center field and I yell out CubsRadio.com, that you're going to hear me on the broadcast, because that's how quiet it is.
Yeah, well, and I think you can verify this, being a big Met fan, as I am. I have been to games where the attendance is so low that I've actually sat behind home plate, not directly, but up a few levels, where I've heard a buddy of mine yelling from the Pepsi porch or the Coca-Cola corner, whatever the hell it's called now. I heard a friend of mine yell to me from that area all the way behind from where I was home plate. So I believe that if you yell from center field, Bobby Inns. I'm sure they're gonna hear it.
I might. I think if I could get into, we could get behind. If they're gonna allow you behind the Yankee Stadium where stands is and everything else, and
Right.
you can walk through there. Oh, dude, with a bullhorn. Bobby Inns, CubsRadio.com, taking in the pooper, Jeff Moses, or something like that.
I swear to you, I am not making this up. I swear to you, I was going to yell. I was going to say the same thing. Jeff Boese takes in the pooper. We're going to be throwing out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you know what? That'll be the whole thing. We'll get a little. You know what, Tony? We're on. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a bullhorn and we're going to scream out in center field at Yankee Stadium.
Okay, I'm in. That would be hilarious.
Let's see if we can do that. Hopefully, it's a secret, right? Nobody knows, right?
Yeah, nobody knows. Just between us.
All right. Well, listen, I think it's a great idea, and we need something like that.
Yeah, why not?
It's been shit, right? Sallie hasn't been shitty.
There's
Aren't
no
you ready?
downside, right? What's the downside? It kind of if the players are playing, they look out there and see a bunch of, cardboard. It makes them laugh. It makes them because it must be really awful to play a game with no one cheering them on. I think it's a good idea.
They said that the adrenaline level is different. That they're going to have to. Cole for the Yankees went out and he said he got really geeked up and was excited the other day. He threw inter-squad game,
Right?
But he said it's very eerie how you can hear everything. And I guess Yankee Stadium wasn't pumping any music, and I don't know what baseball is going to do. Baseball might pump. The stadiums might pump in fake music, or they might put music on like they do at the basketball games in between.
Right.
During just to keep it going.
Well,
Like that.
and that's an interesting point in all seriousness, because then we'd hear the teams yelling to each other, which might not be a good thing. You're
going to hear everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
they said in the inter-squad game the other day, you heard everything. So if somebody throws it at a batter and the guy starts screaming curses, that's going to come right through.
Right, and that's what I'm wondering. I wonder if they're going to maybe keep the audio down, and then you'll just hear the announcers.
Keep the audio up and just have like a 8-second delay. I mean, they do that all over the place. You'd have to do that. I mean, I think they're going to need several months to get used to not spitting everywhere. And I'm not making fun. I just think it's such a habit for some of these players. They're going to have to get
I agree with you.
They're going to. It's really going to. I don't even think they realize when they're doing it. I think they're going to have to take some time of people going, yep, you just spit again. Knock that off.
Yeah, right. Fine.
Well,
yeah.
They're going to have job coaches to stand next to them like they do with
Fauci will be running around all the baseball games. Don't spit.
Don't spit.
Listen, they did it the other night. Cole struck somebody out in the Yankee inter-squad game, and then Sanchez threw it around the horn, and they had to take the baseball out because they were like, no, you can't do that. So they've changed everything. I'm fascinated. I am extremely fascinated to see how television and radio are going to handle the fact that most of the sports aren't going to have any fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually think it's a new dawning of something new for television. If they can get through this and entertain people and get ratings that they never saw ever, it might be something that they might think of in the future if they're having these pandemics or something.
Right.
Yeah, sure. It's weird.
So,
wow. All right.
Wow, look at me being all smart. I'm smart.
I knew you had it in you.
I'm smart, Bobby. Look, you just tell me I'm a fucking idiot all day, but I'm smart, Bobby.
That's great. All right, there you go. Limo Talk tonight at 9 o'clock with Stevie GB hanging out with the boys. That'll be a fun one.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you,
Stay
pal.
well.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for that thing.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Limo Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Limo Talk tonight at 9 o'clock with Graz and the boys. Special guest Stevie GB. And then they're going to take a few weeks off. All right, so we were talking about Mark White getting married. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Erin, his beautiful bride.
Yeah, I'm so happy for them. They're both great. It's nice when you meet someone, if you spend some time apart from having a relationship and you also find someone that you love. It's such a great thing.
I'm curious. So what do you think they're going to do?
I know. I was actually thinking about that too. Like where are they going to live?
Yep, because she's from Oregon. He's in Houston.
He's going to have to move there, right? Because she's got her whole profession set up.
He's Mark White, man.
He could play
She's
his
gonna
bass
drop
anywhere.
it. Well, he could, but I don't know. Does he like the weather there? He's pretty happy in his Houston.
Yeah.
And I have a problem here with this.
What?
Why is the cake...
The guitar?
Yeah, why is the cake a guitar? Well, it's a bass guitar, which is perfect because it's Mark. But that's my point. It's just, that's a Mark thing. Does Erin play bass? Does she play bass, Mark? Erin, do you play?
She gets serenaded by the bass, so she likes it too. Or
It's all about the bass.
it's all about the bass.
Great picture of them, by the way.
Well, no, see,
It's not a great picture of them?
the reason why it's a bass is because it's also his birthday, so he has to have like.
But that's not a birthday cake. That's their wedding cake. They're standing there together to cut the cake.
How do you know it's not a birthday cake?
I will show it to you in a minute.
Oh.
There you go. That's how I know, because he's feeding her part of the cake. This is one of my favorite pictures, by the way, for obvious reasons.
Oh my God. Aaron, I'm so sorry.
I couldn't resist. And I bet you Mark's laughing right now.
He could have. That's the thing.
And I will say, too, she looks great.
Yeah, she's great.
That's
Show the picture I like of her.
That's a hot photo right there.
Okay, porn guy. Just scroll
That has
along.
nothing to do with porn. I'm just saying she's a good-looking lady. And she looks great.
Oh, is that the only picture you took?
No, I took that one and that one. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Just not the cute one with her smile on her face.
Well, she's smiling there. What are you talking about? She looks great in that picture. He looks good, too.
Sorry, Aaron.
What? What's wrong with this? So anyway, it's not a birthday cake because he's feeding the cake to her. So it's not a birthday cake.
It's both.
So yeah, so we'll have to. I just find and I think she's great, but I don't know her that well. I'm just shocked that he took the plunge. This is what, marriage number 3?
I don't
4.
know.
I think it's 4.
Is it?
I'm gonna go with 4.
Well, I think he scored with Aaron. I think it's a good fit.
So there you go. We'd like to congratulate Mark White and Erin Milos. Is that how you say it?
Milos.
Mark White, Erin Milos on their wedding. All the best. And we hope to see you guys soon. Looking forward to meeting Erin. Congratulations, Mark. I'm still shocked that you did it. But he was smart about it. Looks like he picked a good one. So as we mentioned, phase 4. Oh, you know what? Let's read some comments here. Let's see. D. Filippo. Oh, the real drunk housewives of Australia. Good day, guys. She says, I believe, is that today that they're showing Felix's interview with her? Is that today?
I do not know.
It's coming up. I know that. Yes, Graz loves handling packages. Hello, Rich Rada. Rich, we were talking about your show before. Graz has a mail slot. Oh, that's what I wondered. I saw. Oh, Felix is watching. Felix, when is your interview with Julie from the Drunk Housewives of Australia? I believe it's coming soon. Felix doesn't like the cardboard cutouts of season ticket holders.
I don't really see a downside. It's not hurting anything.
Andrew Plagano says, I once made a dude laugh across the ice at an Islanders game in the late 90s. I want to know how you... What? How did he do
Just
that?
because there was like so few people in the stands.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Batapidi. Eric Fellon. Will the 7th inning stretch field sweeper come out and still rake to YMCA while facing the cardboard fans?
Why not?
A stadium without fans is not cool, says Felix.
Yeah, because the game has to be just as long, right?
You
Because
missed the joke there.
what was the joke? Say it again.
Without fans is not cool. Without fans.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That was rough. Because it doesn't have to be just as long on TV because I have to have the same amount of commercials and stuff.
Yeah, I would think so. Hello, Jessica. Speaking of Australia. Yeah, I'm with you, Andy. That definitely wasn't porn. But Carlo Russo is watching. Hello, Carlo. Hope you guys are doing well up there. I watched a video of you guys the other day. I forget what it was, but I did watch something they did the other day.
Milosh?
Milosh.
No, it's Milos.
Me rub the lotion.
Aaron Milos and Mark Milos.
Mark Milos. I like that. Mark Milos.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on phase 4 here on Long Island. It just started yesterday. That's why Governor's is now going to be open this weekend. Also, Two malls here on Long Island have gotten the green light to open.
Oh, where?
Roosevelt Field, which
Okay.
is just maybe 10 minutes from here.
And
west.
let me guess, Smithtown.
No, you were wrong. You go ahead. Guess some more.
Well, I guess Smithtown because I know that they're still doing a couple of the summer concerts.
Yeah, but those are outside.
I know, but I just figured, if they were doing that, they were doing other things. Is it Hicksville Mall?
It is Hicksville Mall. The Broadway Commons in Hicksville. Sallie and I, our stomping ground, it's where we grew up. They are opening up, according to Newsday. The move comes after Governor Cuomo, our governor, said that malls could reopen on Friday if they're in regions that were in Phase 4. What's the matter?
If Roosevelt Field is open, that's where the Apple Store is, right?
Ooh!
Let me tell you, Cranky Pants over here. His Apple computer has been running a little slow.
No, it's not running slow.
So the whole world is over, and everyone should just kill themselves and get it over with.
Yes. No, it's not running slow. There's all sorts of problems. I don't know what's going on, but I've been having problems with the computer. Haven't been able to take it in for repair because the store's been closed. Mm-hmm. They have been doing curbside
really?
stuff, but that's only for purchases.
Oh, really? They won't take your old computer and fix it for you?
Right. So that's why
That blows.
Your reminder that the Roosevelt Field has an Apple Store. That's why That's why I got all excited. Thank you for that reminder.
You're welcome.
Let's see. So so Roosevelt Field is opening tomorrow, and Broadway Commons is opening on Saturday. Long Island entered Phase 4 yesterday. To reopen, the malls also have to have high-efficiency air filtration systems to help control the spread of the virus. Now that statement, I found interesting.
Because you think it's not airborne.
No, what?
Oh.
No.
I'm just trying to figure out why you have a problem with
well,
that.
I'm going to explain.
Okay.
To reopen, the malls also must have high-efficiency air filtration systems to help control the spread of the virus. To help control the spread. So it's not saying this will keep the virus at bay. It's not saying it will stop it. It's not saying you're 100% safe coming in.
Well,
it's just saying it'll help control the spread.
Well, maybe
so it's spreading, but just not as bad.
No, that's not what it's saying.
That's what it means.
Okay. It's just saying that that's one of the factors it's going to take away. It's not going to be a factor. It's going to help control the spread by making it not a factor.
But it doesn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that it's all moving along. I mean, did you want to talk about schools at all? Or
Go
is
ahead.
that like too negative of a
You're so negative.
topic? Yeah, I know. I was just reading an article on NPR about the opening of schools because I guess, there really is it's been a push to open the schools in the fall. And I know colleges are kind of they're going to be face-to-face on campus, a lot of the colleges. But, just the whole like elementary school, middle school, high school, there's been a big push for that too. And Florida said that they'll be opening soon. And just the whole article was just, the difficulty involved in it and everything to think about. And I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying it's, there's a lot to consider. There's the thing. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you were like,
Yeah.
I thought.
Well,
no, go ahead. Go.
You said what in Florida? The school said what? We'll see you soon.
In Florida, they're going to be.
They're opening on time.
Opening,
Because
yeah.
down there it's like mid to late August.
Yeah, they're focusing on opening. In Florida, they're having a harder time right now than a lot of states.
Right. So I'm surprised to hear that. That's why I was asking about that.
I know. And they're like things that you don't even think about, like, getting on a bus, the buses, the fact that, a third of the teachers are over 50, having a special needs kid who really has a hard time going to the bathroom. What do you do with that? I mean, the article just brought up like a whole bunch of things, like how are we going to do band? Like, how is a saxophone player going to play? What are we going to do in gym class?
How is a saxophone player going to play? Well, they don't share the instruments. So what do you mean?
Right. So if you're going to school and you have masks on and gloves, a violinist could pull it off, but
Right.
a trumpet player, they have to take their mask down during band.
Well, right. But I mean, same thing with lunch. They have to take their mask off to eat.
Right. So that's another thing.
But so I'm thinking they're probably allowing it. You come into the class or to the cafeteria with the mask on, and then when you're actually going to eat, you take it off. When you're actually going to play, you take it off.
I'm just saying that, like, and then what if,
I mean, it's risky, yes.
like a 2 weeks into school opening, one kid in the school gets tested positive. What do you do? What do you do? You know, there's just, I'm not saying good or bad or anything. I'm just saying these are all concerns. And a lot of things in the article I kind of had thought about, and some of them I hadn't even really considered, do substitute teachers get paid a little bit more because, they're really risking their lives and their families' lives? That, if your family is healthy, but your child has to go to another child has to go to school with, a mother with an autoimmune disease. There's so many things, I know.
Yeah, Greg even says because he's down there in Florida. He said he's on phase 0.
Yeah,
even though they're on phase 4, which is I find weird too. How can they be on phase 4 when they're having all those problems down there? Or has it gotten better? I haven't really checked in the past maybe like a week now. I haven't seen the latest.
I don't know, but it also, like, I was in the article, it said things of special needs kids and parents at home with autoimmune diseases, but also, like, what if your child is a child whose their immune system is compromised? Sam, he's 20 and he gets everything. He just gets everything. There's no amount of vitamins. There's no amount of anything that Sam isn't going to get a cold if he's around someone. He's always been. There was a time where the doctors just thought he had allergies. That's how often he had a cold. And then he got tested with the poke thing on the arm, and apparently he's allergic to nothing.
Sam got poked.
And then so Sam had to take, for years he was taking, sprays at the nose to help with all his allergies that he didn't even have, and it's mainly because Sam was born, he was a micro preemie. He was just a pound when he was born. And so his immunity is not like everyone else's.
What's phase 0 all about down there?
Phase 0 is I'm not even leaving my house.
I don't blame you. Is it? But I know
Which
it was getting.
Floridian is this?
It's not getting better.
It's great.
We had over 13,000 people infected just yesterday alone.
No
the
kidding,
numbers are
really?
going up. Yeah, the numbers are going up every day.
So
how do you feel about it, Greg? Like, I was just kind of like curious how you felt about it because with your two boys, I'm just curious.
I hate this.
What's your take on it? Because you're an amazing stay-at-home dad who's like the
Not by choice.
greatest dad. I know,
I
but
stay
you
home.
absolutely stepped up to the plate, and you're raising two amazing kids, and one of them has some health issues. So, like, what's your take on it?
I think that the people down here, my motto, fuck Florida, always been.
Right.
They do not care down here.
Right.
The majority of people not wearing masks. They're not social distancing. Restaurants are packed. Movie theaters are packed.
No
Oh,
way.
the movie theaters are open down there too?
Theaters are open?
Listen, everything's open with the exception of going into an assisted living facility.
Wow.
And bars. They just shut bars down because of the high increase. We started out during the pandemic when we were in lockdown. We had 32,000. That was the highest number we went.
Okay.
Then we started with the phases.
Right.
And it took about, I would say, 5 to 6 weeks to start seeing the effects of opening.
Yeah.
But
Because,
now we're
usually
up
it's
to,
like 2 to 5 weeks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So now we're up to 13,000 a day. The hospitals in Tampa are almost maxed out. The hospitals in St. Pete are almost maxed out. Nobody cares.
What's kind of interesting is, like, when the virus first really started to take hold, and in New York, I mean, things really shut down.
Yeah, you guys had it really bad.
Yeah, we did. Well, because everyone visits Manhattan from everywhere in the
Mm-hmm.
world, from the airports to, Times Square, and then everyone walks through Times Square and then comes home to their families on Long Island at the end of the day.
It took a while to get down here.
Yeah, but I was thinking...
But it got down here.
Initially, I was thinking, wow, Florida is really going to have a hard time because there's a lot of old people in Florida. So I figured that that Florida would be on top of things, and apparently they're not.
The odd thing about this is that it's kids in the ages of 21 to like 32 that are getting the virus and are being hospitalized.
Really?
And it's because they don't care, and they're just...
They don't care. They're out. They're partying. The beaches are packed every day.
Yeah.
People on top of each other. The parties all over the place with hundreds of people. Just it's insane. My neighbor, 4th of July, a block up from me, about a quarter mile up the road, on the same road as me, had a party with over 200 people on 4th of July.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know something? The cops are all through the neighborhoods here because fireworks are illegal, and they make sure that everybody's doing it safely.
Yep.
The cops didn't say a word. They stopped, by me. I had a couple of people over with the neighbors.
Yeah, we just had a couple of people over, too.
Yeah, and the cops was happy 4th of July, and he did nothing about the other people. But it's ridiculous. It's spreading like crazy down here. People don't care. They're not practicing the social distancing. The wearing of the masks. Nothing.
Yeah, Joe Stas
and the heat does not kill it. I think the heat makes it a little bit weaker.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that many people in the hospital, but we're over 220,000 people in the state of Florida now with the corona.
Wow.
Yeah.
So come. I think you had commented before that school starts. What was it? This mid-August.
Second week of August, that Monday. Which, if the numbers, I'm not sending my kids back. I can't afford it.
Yeah, that was my
that's
that was
the
my
question. Like,
yeah.
what do you do as a parent?
Yeah.
Personally, I would love to get these kids out of this house. 3.5 months, almost 4 months now.
Right, it's not easy on anyone. Yeah.
I stopped working. I stayed home I'm staying home all the time now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids, to be honest, they're driving me nuts. They're bored. There's nothing to do. My son Matthew's read probably 100 books.
Right.
He's tired of riding his quad. They're tired of the pool.
Yeah, because they're little guys, so it's like constant worry. I'm sure for you. I'm sure it's just 24/7. Like it's one of the things that I thought of. Like I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so happy my kids are teenagers for this. Because if I had
you should be.
Yeah,
this is definitely not easy, especially at the age that we're at. This sucks, but it is what it is.
Especially doing it by yourself.
So what do people do? Are you gonna homeschool? Like, what do you do?
I have no choice.
Yeah.
And I'm no school teacher by any means.
Do you have to sign up? Do you have to sign up for it,
I
or
think
you
my kids are a
just
little
don't
stupider
sign
since I started teaching them.
Did we lose him?
No, I'm here.
Oh, we're losing you for a second. There you are.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so, I'm going to probably homeschool them again. I'm going to look into maybe hiring one person, one teacher who's out of work, or find a substitute that's not working.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And bring them over to the house and pay them. What am I going to do? I can't afford my little guy to get sick because that'll kill him.
Right, and it's not even like you can keep the little guy home. Like you send Matthew, and then and he comes home with something,
Yeah, I can't. They both have to be home. I can't.
But you're not
anybody to get sick.
Well, true, of course, and I'm sure you're not the only one feeling that way. So I wonder. This is going to develop as time goes on, as it gets closer. I'm sure the school district is going to have some kind of option.
I don't know. Like Joe said, nobody cares in Florida. Like,
I think Joe
right.
Despicable.
Like no one. If people
Joe
are going
Despicable.
to movies, why wouldn't they go to schools?
Did you just call him Joe Despicable?
Yeah, Joe DeSantis. The governor. He's Ron DeSantis. That's it, Ron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's Despicable DeSantis. He doesn't care. Everything's opening. They're forcing the kids to go back to school, which oddly enough, they took a survey. Each county in the state of Florida had a survey over the summer on your feelings about sending your children back to school.
Right.
My opinion, I don't want to send my kids back if this is going out. But the polls came back in, and 88% of the people are in favor for sending their kids back to school. 88%. Are you kidding me? Where is your brain?
Apparently they want to kill their kids in Florida. What?
God, listen, I'd love to kill my kids at this point, but I'll keep them home. I'll deal with it for another 6 months or whatever
I
it
guess
is.
all that sun and heat is just frying the brain cells down there, huh?
Oh, listen, 108 today with the heat index.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, you would not make it. You wouldn't make it like
It's
an Afro
disgusting out.
man.
Oh, no way. No way.
Disgusting. Disgusting out
I
here.
give you credit, man. I don't know anybody does it down there. It's crazy.
You just run from your car to your house like for 6 months out of the year.
Something I can't do. I hop, and then I just get sweaty from it. Wow, man.
This summer, we've been having, like, late August weather here. Hot and seriously humid. You walk out the door and you're dripping.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just walking and you're just dripping in sweat. The pool water's disgusting. It's like pea water. The only good time to swim in it is when it rains or at night.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's the case with you in any pool, though. You probably warm it up.
Yeah, I got the big green ring around me when I go in the pool. Oh, Jesus.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
yeah, it's bad down here, and nobody cares. And then people like me that are forced, to stay home in my situation, which is many people like this. They're real pissed off. We've been locked up almost 4 months now, and we're going to be at least another 3 months.
Yeah, you think at this point it's probably safe to say the rest of the year? You think, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I said it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I called it from the beginning. This thing's going to be all year. There's going to be no 2020.
Yep, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yep. And sure as shit, here we are.
Yep.
Wow.
And you guys got to be careful up there.
Oh,
New
yeah,
Yorkers.
Man.
Yep. Learn from what the mistakes they're doing down here. This is ridiculous. Keep your masks on.
Yep.
Social distance. Make sure you wash your hands all the time.
Right. And I mean, it's nice. When governors opened 2 weeks ago in the patio, we went there, and it was a weird feeling going there, but we were thrilled to be there and see people and have a nice time. But there was this little, cloud over it. Like, I think everybody left that night thinking, well, that was fun, but I might get sick.
Right. You just wonder.
Oh, I'm sure that's going to hang over your heads for a long time. Because this is far from over.
Right. And then
they're just opening up because of the economy.
Right.
They have no clue what's going on here.
That's right. And then even when a vaccine does come, which could be, I know that at one point
they said by the end of the year, maybe.
But then even by the time they mass produce this thing and have it
ready,
get
it out.
Right.
Exactly.
And then that too, man. I'm staying in when it comes out. I'll probably wait a month because it's going to be a madhouse of people trying to get that shot.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm
for sure. And you guys are going to get it first. We're like I said, Florida is where the test dummies, we're the guinea pigs for the government.
Yeah.
So you guys will get all that stuff first, and then we'll get leftovers down here after. I seriously think the government has a conspiracy to kill the old people to bring in more money. They'll clear up Medicaid a little bit.
Right, yeah, clear up Medicaid and,
Social Security and the people on disability.
Save money on diapers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So this is crazy down here.
Jeez.
For sure.
Glad you guys are safe and hanging in there somewhat.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Yeah,
thanks
I'm
for calling.
in the house. I haven't left. You got it.
All right, but then we'll see you tonight with Graz, right? With Stevie G?
Yeah, I'll be on tonight, actually.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Thanks,
all right,
Greg.
guys.
All right, have a good day,
Have
buddy.
a good day.
All right, bye-bye.
Ooh, Terry Frattini's watching.
Terry Frattini's watching. Hello, Terry Frattini. And I saw some other...
Yeah, so Andy said, this is really sad, he's like the other part, people like my cousin's husband who survived but was in a coma and on a ventilator, and now he's in a rehab learning how to walk again.
And that exact thing happened to my son's girlfriend's mother.
Yeah. My
son's girlfriend's mother, yes. She was on a ventilator in an induced coma. She was in the hospital for what? At least a month.
Yeah.
Now she's been released, but she couldn't walk either, and she's been having.
She's
difficulty.
young, like
she's
in her high
40.
30s or something.
But she's not even in rehab yet. She has so much nerve damage that she's not even feeling her legs. If I understood that right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're like carrying her around.
Yeah,
it's
so
crazy.
It's serious stuff. I mean, I mean, everyone kind of wants to go back to normal, but.
I wanted to say hi to Teresa Manganello is watching. Hello, Teresa. Say hi to your mom. James Strain is watching. Hello, James. James Strain is one of the few people that came out of Hicksville Smart. I'm just all right, you're borderline. Me and Greg DiFilippo, no way. But James Strain, I used to when I was taking biology, I tried. God's honest truth. I tried as best I could in bio.
You probably had a bad teacher because I loved biology.
Science was never one of my strong points. I don't have many strong points. But yeah, bio, I was just lost. And I used to sit the class was so big that me and James Strain sat on the, where you did the chemistry part.
The lab part.
Yeah, what do you call those tables? Has a sink on
the
them?
lab tables.
Lab tables. See, there you go. Hicksville education. The class was so big that there were no desks for us. So me and James used to sit on the lab table. So it would be just like this.
I know what you mean.
So there was no desk, so we would sit right next to each other, and I swear to God, I would just.
Yeah.
And he knew it. He would even turn his paper a little bit towards me as he's filling it out, so I can copy.
Thank you, James, for letting Tony graduate Hicksville High School.
Thank you, James. James is a good guy. And there was Frank Fiala's watching, Anthony Frasonia is watching, Anthony and Frank both.
It was
members of our family here at the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show.
It was bio that my teacher pulled my desk up to the front of the classroom because everyone kept cheating off of me. He would take, like the seat that you'd sit in, and he'd take it and he'd pull like all the way up to the front, and everyone like around would be like, oh,
damn it. But you were probably like, yes, Mr. Teacher, I will gladly move my desk up to the front.
Yes.
He was just trying to get a better look at your boobs.
He was not. And stop turning every good thing into disgustingness.
What do you mean? Boobs are a good thing. Or good things.
Don't cheapen my relationship with my cool teachers. Stop it. I'm telling you right now.
Who was it?
Who?
Who's the teacher that pulled your desk up?
Bio was Dr. Cohen.
Oh, Dr. Cohen. Good. I'd like Dr. Cohen.
Me too.
Donna Mara's watching. Wait, start over with the Hicksville stories so I can hit record.
You know what we should do? We should like when we can spend time with people. We'll kidnap Andy and we'll take him on a Hicksville road trip.
Bring him all to all the reunions.
Yeah, we'll make him go to the elementary school. I'll have him climb up on the elementary school to get handballs like I used to. We can go to the junior high.
Well, the Broadway Mall, the Broadway Commons Mall in Hicksville opens on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's take Andy there. I'm sure he'd love that. Hey, did you hear this? Remember we talked about with the whole Black Lives Matters thing and how bands were changing their names and certain things were getting changed, and we talked about
Kansas City Chiefs and stuff.
Well, yeah, that too.
Okay.
Right. Well, yeah, I know you want to talk about the Redskins.
No, we don't have to. I was just giving you examples.
But all right, so there was Lady Antebellum. Remember we talked about that, the country band?
Yeah, and it's a group of one woman, two guys.
Right. Apparently Antebellum.
Means something.
Yeah, it had something to do with slavery. I remember I had the definition that day we talked about it, but I forget it now.
I could look it up.
It had something to do with slavery, so they changed their name to Lady A. Okay? Instead of Lady Antebellum, they're just Lady A.
Wow, how'd they come up with that?
Well, the thing is, there's a rapper, a woman, she's a black woman. She's gone by Lady A since the late 80s. And we talked about that, too. We mentioned it that day.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's just a time frame. Antebellum means occurring or existing before a particular war, especially the American Civil War. So it's just a time frame.
Well, right, but Civil War, talking about slavery. So so we talked about the Dixie Chicks, how they're changing their names, their name to the Chicks, even though there's already a band called the Chicks out of Australia. But they publicly went out, made statements saying they're cool with, two bands having the same name. So Lady A,
okay,
she didn't seem to care either. This country band, I mean, she's a rapper. This is a country band, two different things. So she seemed to be cool with it.
All right.
But the country band, the former Lady Antebellum, now known as Lady A, they have filed a lawsuit against the rapper, demanding that she change her name.
That's crazy. She had it first.
She's had it since the 80s.
That's crazy. All right, now I can't listen to their music either. They only had one song that I think I liked. And then they overplayed it, so, then it was done.
One woman, two guys in a devil's triangle.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, So I love how they changed their name to support the black community, but now they're suing this black lady.
Yeah,
over
the
her
irony
name.
of that. Yeah,
Right,
I didn't even
exactly.
think about that. That's crazy.
So, and I hope we're sitting here talking about it. I hope it's true. I actually found out. I saw an article I saw two articles that said this is happening. So I'm hoping I hope we're not just shooting our mouths off over something that's not true. But if it's not true, we'll be the first to tell you. But
Did anyone hear about? I can't pronounce her name right. Naya Rivera.
the Glee lady.
Yeah, she was one of the main characters on Glee. I think her name was like Santana or something like that. But anyway, she that's the second time today you did that.
Sorry.
She is out in California, and she rented a pontoon boat
Naya Rivera.
with her 4-year-old son, and at like 1:00 in the afternoon. And I don't know if any of you guys have been on a pontoon boat, but it's like, I don't know, I have, and actually something really horrible almost happened to me also on a pontoon boat, because it's like you rent this like kind of like a boat where everyone can sit and you feel safe, but you're not. And so I guess she might have drowned. They haven't found her body yet, but they found the 4-year-old fine inside the boat sleeping, and he's like, yeah, me and Mommy were swimming, but Mommy didn't come back in the boat or something like that. And so she's probably
What is it about
gone.
a pontoon boat? I am not.
Well,
My time on I don't know much about boats. So what is it about a pontoon boat that's so dangerous? Because you're not the first one. I've heard a lot of people say
there's a couple of things I personally don't like about pontoon boats. One is anyone can rent them. Like unless you know what to do on the ocean, no one just rents themselves a sailboat, because it's very complicated. There's 1,000 things to know. Like, I had a sailboat for 5 years, and even then I felt like I could probably take the sailboat out if I had to, but there's so much to do and so much that could go wrong. It's one of those things that, like, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
But why though? Is it is it something about how it's built, or is it the fact that the seats are right? Like, there's not much protection?
So there's not a lot of protection. Everyone kind of rents them like, oh, I'm renting a golf cart, and
Are they cheap?
well, you just rent them. So you rent them for like an hour, like, I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I only rented it once, and it's probably like $50 an hour for all I know. But you rent them, you go out, and you're not used to being a captain. And so the people that are on the boat are usually less nervous than you are, and there's a comfort that takes over when you're on a pontoon boat, because you feel like you're safe. Like you almost feel like the people that get on the boat, they feel like they're on a ride, like an amusement park ride, that nothing can go wrong and everything can go wrong. And I remember a couple of years ago, I think there was like a slight storm, and the thing tipped over, and a bunch of people died. Yeah.
He looks very happy.
Yes, he's very happy. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't ever surprise me when something bad happens on a pontoon boat, because the people that are on it probably shouldn't be on it without someone who knows what they're doing.
I drove a boat once, and I believe it was a pontoon.
Yeah, because you can
That's
rent
one
them
story.
easily. Yeah. So, yeah, you don't follow directions. When you sail, or when you have a boat for a long time, you know what to do with the buoys, what side to be on. They're not just out there for seagulls to sit on. They're there for a reason. There's depth. There's so much to consider. So things can go wrong. So I feel sad for this lady, because you probably,
All right, so I'm going to go back a little bit. It is today that Felix is with the
good.
drunken Australia housewife.
Yay.
Then he said that he met her last year.
How?
That's what I'm wondering. How did that happen? And why would she meet you? I mean, she's gorgeous, and look at you.
She's been following this show for a while, and I
know, yes.
don't see her. I didn't know that she was in America.
He said, unless he went there to stalk her. You never know. He says, Felix is biology. Really? I'm sure chemistry and physics were also fun for you, Tony. Chemistry was fun. I don't think I took physics.
Probably not.
Back then, if you were in New York State, biology was the last one the last science you had to take.
You didn't even have to take chemistry?
It was,
I knew there were a lot of, and I'm not saying this in an offensive way, other than there were a lot of idiots in my chemistry class. So I thought it was like you had to.
Well, we did some chemistry in...
Like the physics kids were,
In biology, we did some chemistry and some experiments. But that was the extent of it for me. I don't know. Science was just never my strong point, so I bailed as soon as I had the opportunity. I was good. Actually, believe it or not, I was good in math, but I hated it. So I bailed on that, too, as soon as I could. Once I fulfilled the Regents' requirements, man, I was done.
Yeah, well, you were a working kid. You had like a paper route. You worked at the lumber yard. A lot of kids were just sitting around thinking what movie they're going to that night. Like, you worked. You were a hard worker.
Okay. So Andy Plajanos, antebellum refers to glorifying the period of the South when slavery was happening. Literally means before beauty, right? So, okay. Nancy Weems, bullying happening a lot. What is it? What do you mean? What is she? Sorry, Nancy, I don't know what you're talking about. Andy doesn't like the pronunciation of pontoon. He would rather the stress on the second syllable. Felix says pontoon boats are probably dangerous with waves. And speaking of boats,
kind of are. That's why you like where you do rent them. It usually isn't in the ocean. It's just usually on maybe a man-made inlet.
Speaking of boats, Gina Conjemi Coffin just joined us.
Hey, Gina.
Hello, Gina. Nice to see you. Hope you're feeling all right. We have to call Gina. She called us yesterday, and then we lost the signal, and then she tried again, but we never.
Gina was the one who got No Rhyme, No Reason paraphernalia all up and going.
Wait a minute, Felix. Now Felix is saying he never met her. I got to go back now. I would swear, Felix, you wrote that you met her last year. Didn't he say that? Let's see. Going back. Felix. I met Julie last year in person. She is very lovely. Oh, I'm sorry. Jessica said that. My apologies. Oh, so Jessica met Julie.
Oh, that's
cool.
great. That's
Very
great.
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, Julie was a lot of fun. What was that?
She is really a nice lady.
I'm trying to think when. What was that, Graz? Well, I was sitting in with Graz that night when she called in.
No, she's called in on our show.
She has?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Because I remember sitting there looking up when I was sitting there.
Oh, okay. So hopefully hopefully that Cleatra, what's her name again? Naya Rivera? Was that what we said?
Yeah. Hopefully
she's all right. Yeah, with four-year-old kid, man, that's awful.
Yeah.
That must suck. You're Naya Rivera. You're anybody. You go out. If she's dead, assuming she's dead, or just
they're kind of thinking it's going that way.
Most likely is, unfortunately. But if you're anybody that dies non-COVID related, this is the year you go out on.
Yeah.
It's almost like the past 6 months was a waste of time. You might as well have gone back in January.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, you don't even get to enjoy yourself for your last few minutes.
Well, maybe you had extra time with your family. That's actually one of the.
That's a good point, Sallie.
The only good thing about this year is we're spending, a lot more time with our kids. So. On that note.
Hey, once again, don't forget to get your tickets to all the great shows at Governor's Comedy Clubs. The big news, Governor's is reopening this weekend, at least the main club here in Levittown and the brokerage in Belmore, we know for a fact, are opening. I'm not sure about McGuire's. But they're reopening this weekend. But, of course, if you're going to get your tickets, be safe, wear your masks, wash your hands. But we hope these places can stay open without a turnaround, without things, going the bad way again and getting sick again. But we hope we can follow the instructions and the safety precautions and still enjoy ourselves. Joey Cola playing Governors here in Levittown tomorrow night and Saturday. Carrie Caravis on tomorrow night at the Brokerage in Belmore. Tom Briscoe on Saturday at the Brokerage. 3 fantastic comedians. And don't forget, at the patio, if you'd like to enjoy the outdoors and check out a show at the patio here at Governor's in Levittown, Kevin Downey Jr. tomorrow night with Jessica Colazzo. And on Saturday is Paul Verzi. That's at the patio. So go to govs.com for your tickets. Sign on to Gov's mailing list so you can get your codes for discounts and free admission. And go to govs.com to see their schedule. And go to govsradio.com and say hi to us as well. Swag. All right, so today is Thursday. Is there a quarantine life today? Oh, we have Felix at 12:30. Mm-hmm. Iron Chef Felix, COVID-19. That's at 12:30. Check out Felix with the drunken Australian housewife. She's great. She's a lot of fun, Julie. So that'll be a good show. So there is no quarantine life after that?
Nope.
Okay. Tonight at 6:30. Soul Space with Georgia. That's at 6:30 tonight. Is there any? There's nothing in between.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I thought you were saying.
Yeah, before Limo Talk. So Soul Space is 6:30, and of course Limo Talk with Graz and Greg and the Bobby and the boys, Richie. They're going to be hanging out with comedian Stevie GB. That's tonight at 9 o'clock, and that's it for Limo Talk for the rest of the month. They come back August 6th. And then Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. I have a couple of things to talk about with you tomorrow.
Okay.
I have some music to play for you.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to make you guess who it is. I'll make you guys guess who it is, too. Some of you might know it.
Help.
We didn't get to that today, so we'll do that tomorrow. Also tomorrow, news that the Wonder Years, remember that show?
Yeah, I love that show.
They're rebooting
Please don't
it.
Oh, okay. I was like, please don't tell me someone died. Ah.
They're rebooting it.
Fred Savage? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're rebooting it with a black middle-class family.
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll get more into that tomorrow, but what I would like to discuss with you guys, to start planning now, there should be other reboots. So if they're taking the Wonder Years, the show originally was about a white family. Now it's going to be about a black family. I think there should be some old black shows that should be rebooted with white families. Such as What's Happening. Should be What Is Happening. And instead of Dwayne saying, hey, 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 it's just...
Hello.
Yes, it's just Waldo coming in and saying, excuse me.
Good day.
Good day. So let's hear some of your thoughts on that tomorrow. There you go. Sallie and I back here on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on Govs Radio, back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay cool. If you're in this area, or probably whatever area you're